Jai Shri Ram. In the Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 29th verse, Sri Krishna says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyaha. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. That means I am equally disposed to all living beings. No one is inimical. I don't hate anybody, nor is anyone dear to me. But those who worship me with love, they reside in me, and I also reside in them. Inquisition. Now, this word. Hinduism is the only religion which treats all mankind, in fact, all living creatures, as one family. Okay? Now, let's learn some words here. Inquisition, the word has two meanings. Any interrogation with torture can be called an inquisition. Your father could do that. Suppose you come home late, your mom and dad can ask you a lot of questions and taunt you and perhaps torment you. So that is inquisition. Inquisition means actually interrogation with physical torture. Now, historically, inquisition was a medieval tribunal set up to stamp out heresy. So tribunal means a special court. Medieval means from 1200 to 1700. Or medieval can loosely mean primitive. To stamp out is an idiom which means to crush. Heresy, Heresy. Heresy means blasphemy. Blasphemy. Blasphemy means Isha Ninda. That means anything that's considered disrespectful to a holy book or God. In Hinduism, we don't have any problem. We have what is called Ninda Stuti. In Hinduism, you can worship God even by criticizing God. You will find Tyagaraja, Bhadrachala, Ramadas, so many. In fact, Krishna is called a thief because he will steal everything. All that you hold as Diya, he will take it all away. So that, then you will develop love for him. Yeah, that is because he loves you. He loves all of us. He is our eternal companion. That's what the Veda also says. Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya samanam vruksham parishasvajati tayoranyah pippalam swadvati anashnan anyo abhichakashiti. That is the Vedas. In the Vedas, in all the Vedas, all the four, there is a parable. A parable is a short story with a moral that is not explicitly stated. That is, you have to read it and draw your own conclusions. The Vedas says that there are two birds sitting on the tree of the body. So Krishna, the Paramatma, and you and I, the Jivatma, both inhabit this body. This is the Vedic conception. So Krishna is always with us. Now you don't have to look for him in some temple or somewhere else. He is a constant witness of everything that you think and do. Upadrashta Anumantacha Bhatta Bhokta Maheshwaraha. So Krishna is always there. So now Inquisition means from 1200 to 1700, Vatican, the Pope, Christians used to conduct these medieval tribunals. A tribunal is a special court set up for a specific purpose. And once that purpose is achieved, the tribunal is disbanded. Right? So, anybody who used to criticize Christianity used to be burnt alive. In Indian history also, we have had what is called the Goan Inquisition, where lakhs of Hindus were tortured and burnt alive. The Pope has to give us an apology. The Pope has given apologies to many countries except to India and to Hindus for all the mass murders and torture of Hindus in India. So, and Saint Francis Xavier was not a saint, he was a criminal of Indian history. There are many institutions, you see, Xavier Institute. Schools also call themselves Saint Francis Xavier Institute. Actually, Xavier is a criminal of Indian history. He was a mass murderer. He was the agent of the King of Spain. The King of Spain, whose name was Ferdinand, and the Queen, whose name was Isabella, they funded this Portuguese Inquisition. So, Joan of Arc, the heroine of France, was tortured, raped, tonsured and burnt alive because she did not accept the authority of the Pope. She was a Christian. She was born in a Catholic family, but she did not accept the authority of the Pope, and that was sufficient for him to subject her to the Inquisition. So these are, there are lots of GRE passages on Inquisition in the GRE, reading comprehension passages. So you must understand these important facts of history. Proselytization is simply a big word which means convert a person from one religion to another. Such a person who has been converted is called a proselyte. Proselyte, a proselyte. Hinduism does not proselytize. There is no proselytization in Hinduism. Even Jews, the people of Israel, Judaism, in fact, they also follow the first 5 books of the Bible, but they also do not proselytize. They have this thinking that they are the chosen people. Well, that is debatable because there's no chosen people anywhere. If you are dharmic, God will definitely like you. So anyway, that is up to them, but at least they don't indulge in this kind of conversion and all that. Burning at the stake. Now the word stake has many meanings depending on the context in which you are using it. Stake was a public platform on which criminals used to be, especially infidels, infidel. Infidel means an unbeliever. In the Bible, the words pagan, heathen, gentile are extremely pejorative, derogatory terms for non-Christians, and the Bible is very clear. Non-Christians have to be either converted, that is proselytized, or killed, burnt alive. And that is what Christians were doing. Now they won't do that. They can't do that because law will not permit it. But their holy book has clear instructions that this is what has to be done. Deuteronomy, if you want to go to Deuteronomy, go to Google, type Deuteronomy, 13, 6 to 16. Please read. Okay, 13, 6 to 16. And there are many other passages in the Bible. Similarly, in the Holy Quran also, the infidel is called kafir. Now, this is a pejorative or a derogatory term, which means insulting, because the kafir, the Holy Quran says, is najis, Najis. Najis means shit, fecal matter, filth. So, this is the kind of hatred that they harbor. And no burning at the stake. Now, the word stake can also mean a risk. Stake can also mean the amount of money with which you gamble in poker. So, burning at the stake was the punishment for infidels. No animus for infidels. Animus means deep-seated hatred and ill will. So, Hinduism preaches that the whole world is one family. Ayam bandhur ayam neti gananam laghuchetasam udara charitanantu vasudaiva kutumbakam. This is there in the Mahopanishad. And this means, the literal translation of this shloka which I just read out is, one who thinks that so-and-so is my relative and so-and-so is not my relative is a person of very stunted intellect, is a person of a little mind, sort of, very limited intelligence. And one who is truly noble, truly magnanimous, Magnanimous. Magnanimous means noble, liberal, charitable. So one who is truly magnanimous considers the whole world as one family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So Krishna says the same thing. Hindu scriptures preach that the whole world, including all animals, is one family. So non-vegetarianism is an artificial thing. Vedas are against meat eating. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is totally against meat eating. We Hindus have acquired this habit by imitating the desert cultist. Anyway, animus is a important GRE word again, which means a deep-seated hatred. Pogroming heathens. Now, pogrom means mass murder. Organized mass massacre with the government backing. So that's called a pogrom. Heathen is just another term in the Bible which is applied to unbelievers, that is non-Christians. Pagan, heathen, gentile. So these are 3 terms which are there in the Bible, which are insulting, humiliating, and which are used to describe non-Christians. And the instruction is that non-Christians have to be either proselytized or killed. So this is there in the Bible. I am proud to be a Hindu because my scripture teaches me to love not just the whole of mankind as my family, in fact treat all living beings as one family. So be proud to be a Hindu. and I'm certain you would have learnt a lot of useful words here. Bolo Jai Shri Ram.